Hi all, welcome to my channel, welcome to my world. This is the world of Wayne. Today I'm going to be doing stages 53, 54, 55 and 56 at the Hachette Partworks release, a build the German U96 U-Boat. Now, if you remember, in the last pack we were building the non-commissioned officers' quarters, which looks like that. Let me show you on my close-up. Pretty cool with all the bunks in there. We're going to be adding on that today. Now, looking at these 4 packs, it doesn't seem to be much to do, so this is going to be a nice way to end the week, I think. Now, if you do want to get this for yourself, I have put a link in the video description, and there's also that QR code on the screen. But before I continue, I do have a merch on the map. Now, today's merch on the map comes from Jason Charlton. Now, Jason is in a place called Nottingham, which I thought was in the UK, but no, there's a Nottingham in Maryland as well in the US. And as you can see, Jason's wearing a channel logo t-shirt, but look at the stuff he's got there. A full-size R2-D2. That looks absolutely awesome. You have got one of these workshops that I really want to take a trip to and visit. But Jason, thank you so much for that. Now, how far is Nottingham in Maryland from Corby? I've got no idea. Maryland's near Washington, isn't it? So Washington DC, so I'm guessing 3,500 miles, perhaps? I don't know, we'll have to see. If you want to participate in merch on the map, all you need to do is get yourself some merch from the Dashery store there, and then just send me an email with your location. I'll see where you are from Corby and I will feature it on the channel. But once again, Jason, thank you for submitting that, and I do love that workshop there. Anyway, without further ado, let's get cracking. Okay, so we're going to start with stage 53, which means we're going to be taking this bulkhead here, and I've got a door to put on, or a hatch, which looks just like this. And this is actually just going to be going into this position just here with the hinges this side. It just pushes in like that. Now, we do have some sprues in this stage, as you can see. I need to cut some parts off of that now. And they're all on this sprue here. Let's get these off. Get me glue at the ready, because I'm going to put some glue around this edge here for this detail to go in. On this sprue, I need this middle detail here, which is going to go in there just like that. So I need to glue that in. I've got this opening here, which is for this detail, looking like that. Then I've got this large locker, which is just going to be pushing into the holes just here. This isn't going to need glue because that's going to go in really tight on there. And you will see that I have got these parts left on the sprues. We don't actually use them in this stage because that's all there is to do in this stage. So swiftly moving on to stage 54, we've got another bulkhead and a door to put on. Now, when we put these door hinges in, we've got to be very careful that we don't break the hinges when we put them in, because this is a working door, as you can see. Just going to put that to one side, and I need to take this stove, and I've also got a detail to put on that, which was on the sprue from the last stage, this one here. I'm going to be gluing that to the top of the stove like that there. So just going to apply some glue to the base of each of the 4 feet here and get that in position. Excellent. Put that to one side to dry, because I do need some other parts now, namely this one here and also this one here. These again on the sprues from the last stage. Put some glue on the pegs on the bottom of these, because this is going to be going into here like that. Now, this is going to seat into the position just there, so I will just put a little bit of glue there and push these fork sections into here. So that's in. Do exactly the same underneath for the stove. Again, just goes these blades into here and push that in. It took some pushing. You probably heard that crack then, but that's in. And then the last 2 details I've got, just going to cut off here, are these 2 parts. And again, I'm going to put some glue just into these troughs here. This has got a detail on it that needs to be towards this door. And then finally, I've got a little detail just going underneath this here. So with all of those in, that's how that looks. Now we've got one door left now. So if I bring over that non-commissioned officer section, you can see where this door is going to go. It's going to push into the hinges here. So again, we've got another working door. And with that in place, that's all there is to do in that stage. So in stage 55, another little pack. We've got a electric cable in here. That's interesting. It's basically the next circuit board, and we're going to be putting this next circuit board into place. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be putting this circuit board into here like that, and then I'm going to enclose it by putting the top of this section over the top here. What that's going to do, you're going to be able to see the ports each side there. So I've got some AP screws. I'm screwing them in from this side to keep this together. So one there, and one just on the other side. Take the cable, and this time I'm going to be putting A2 sticker on it. Doesn't matter which end, around about an inch from the top there. But then I'm going to be plugging the other end into the port just here. So if I'm holding it this way around, this is going to go into that port just there. Right, I'm going to be bringing over the U-Boat. And here you go. This is how it was looking. So what I want to do is these lights which are coming from here, I want to trace these wires here, and they're all labelled L1. So let me just dig them out. I've got one there, one here, and one over here. So these are the three L1. They're going to be put into sockets 1, 2 and 3 on this board. So there you go. That's all three of those into there. Now the only other one I've got is the cable that's labelled L2. Just look for that, which is just here, is going to be going into the other side. So all of these now have a cable into each port. Now you need to remember that we are going to have some L1 cables and L2 cables from these lights here. We're not worried about those yet. We're working on these ones on this side. Now this just slots in, let me just move some of these wires out of the way, into the point just here. You don't glue this into place, so at the moment it's just sitting in there. Just like that. As you can see, I've still got all of these cables coming out of this side here. But with that in place, that's all there is to do in that stage. And the last stage of this pack, stage 56, we've got a port hull section here with this excellent looking metal plate. Put this down here. I've got a couple of tabs to put on, brackets, one going here and the other one will be going over this side just here. So just get these into position. I want the AM screws, which are these silver ones here, and screw these into place. Do the same for the bracket here. This bracket I actually put it the wrong way. It should be that way round. And get this one screwed in as well. Bring over the U-Boat again. And this is going to go into the position just here. So, slotting this in like this. So that's sitting in. I can actually put it in through the top here. One screw there. And one just the other side here. And ensuring that goes in tight. And also ensuring that it's in the groove there. That is all there is to do in that stage. That's all there is to do in that pack. So we've done some bulkheads to give you an idea of how this is looking. That is where that is on that side, but all the glory and action is actually happening on the other side here, as you can see. That's looking pretty cool, isn't it? Once again, if you want to get this for yourself, I'll put a link in the video description. There's also a QR code on the screen. I'm not going to put this down. If you really like that video, please remember to give me a thumbs up and please remember to subscribe. Other than that, take care.